Good evening, everyone. Welcome to 21-Day Spiritual Fitness Challenge by Silicon Valley Brahmakumaris. I am Meghna and I will be your host for a week. I've been associated with Brahmakumaris for the last 6 years, and their knowledge and meditation has helped me become a better person and a parent. Um, the intention of this particular event is really to lend our support in making your spiritual and mental, emotional health a priority if you choose it to be so. Any habit takes about 21 days to get inculcated, and that is why we would like to um, provide you that support for 21 days. And what we will be doing in these 21 days is we'll be sharing a lot of powerful and highly elevated spiritual knowledge, which is good food for the mind. And at the same time, we will be presenting live meditation commentary. So I will be conducting that commentary live right now in few minutes. So that is the exercise for the mind. Just like we take care of our physical health, which is very important, we give it a priority by feeding the body nutritious food and exercising it. This event is really focusing on making our aura, our spiritual health strong, a top priority by feeding it lot of good information and exercising it in meditation. So the format of this event will start with a 1 or 2 minute of meditation, Raj Yoga meditation, and I'll give you a quick few brief instructions. Very easy to practice. Anybody can do it. No prior experiences needed. And we will also end the session with about 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. And in between, we will share some powerful points on various different emotional deficiencies that the mind has developed, right? So, this first week, we are going to focus on the emotional deficiency anger. Entire week, we will share various different tips that will help each one of us in overcoming that deficiencies, because we are giving our spirit powerful vitamins to cure it. And then we will also exercise so that that vitamin gets digested really well within us. Now, today's topic, like I said, this whole week we're going to talk about anger, and today we are going to focus on what is the root cause of anger and how does it get created, who creates it. It is very important to understand the root cause before we can really start treating or finding the vitamin for curing anger. So let's start off with Raj Yoga meditation. What I will be doing is I will be saying some elevated thoughts out loud, and I will put some background music. If you are unable to hear it, please feel free to use your own music if you would like to. And in this meditation, two things which really help, at least have helped me a lot, are: one is to wear this hat of an experiment. I want to experiment with this. Think that you're sitting in a lab and you're trying something new. And what is that new? That I'm going to say this bunch of beautiful thoughts about you, each one of you. So if you are able to accept these thoughts, and yes, I accept them. Indeed, I am this person. I am this beautiful, elevated being. So, this experiment hat, which says I want to accept every thought that is being said here, that's the first thing. Second thing is really creating visuals in meditation. So many times meditation is practiced in a very robotic and machine-like manner, where we are trying to control and not do this, not do that, and the mind should not go here, there, and we make it very, very heavy. So the easy way is, as I'm saying these thoughts out, create images in your mind, some powerful visuals in your mind. So for example, when I say peaceful being, maybe you imagine yourself walking on a beach, and that picture of you walking on the beach will most likely generate a lot of feelings in your heart. And when the heart gets activated, meditation becomes very easy to practice, and it becomes a powerful experience rather than a robotic process. So, creating visuals and keeping that experiment hat open, that every thought that is being said here is applicable for me. It is my reality, it is my truth, right? So, we will just practice a minute or two of meditation right now, and then we will start sharing some knowledge on anger. So, here I go with the meditation, and here is the some music for it. Let's sit comfortably and relax the mind and the body. Just for few minutes, withdraw from home, work, people, past, and let's spend the next few minutes with the most precious being, I, the Spirit. Let's take a journey within. I am a pure, clean, and conscient energy. Everything about me is special, beautiful, and divine. I come from the land of silence, nirvana. I am a pure, peaceful, and a happy being. All right, so that was a minute or two of meditation that we practiced. We'll practice it a bit longer in the end. Meditation really helps in generating focus, and whatever content we discuss today is more easier to digest, and that is why we like to start it with a meditation. So today's topic, anger, right? To understand what causes us to create anger, just a pause for a second for you all to think, what causes me to get angry? I think many of us might have come to the conclusion that it is our own desires, our expectations that make us create anger. That desire could be from others, could be from situations, could be from our own self, right? We do have expectations from ourselves, and we do get mad at our own self. So when desires are not met, they are not fulfilled, the emotion anger emerges from within us. Now, why? Why do we get angry if an expectation is not met or if a desire is not met? It's important to understand even that. And many of us will say, come on, how can I live a life without expectation? Shouldn't I have at least few expectations? Shouldn't I at least have the expectation of other people respecting me? Isn't that my birthright that I should be respected? Okay, not from everyone, but at least my family should respect me, right? That is a reasonable expectation. So now, when I have this expectation, my intent there is I am putting in a programming within my mind that if this expectation is met, then I am happy. And I can feel respect for myself. And when this expectation is not met, whatever might be the reason, that reason caused me to not be happy. Because I've programmed my logic here that XYZ needs to happen. There are multiple conditions throughout the day. We have so many conditions inside of us, and we are saying, I can be happy only when these conditions are met. And when they are not met, I get very, very angry. And why if expectations are not met? Okay, if I'm not happy, so what? Why does it matter so much to us? It's the core need of I, the spirit. Just like plants need water and sun, and a young baby needs its mother, its parents, and its care. Similarly, I, the spirit, I need peace, love, and happiness. This is my core requirement. And without it, I am very uncomfortable. So, if my requirement of being happy is not being met, I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm not going to be liking it. And suppose for this desire to be fulfilled, I had been working for a month, and now somebody has done something for that desire to not be fulfilled. Whole month I was anticipating to be happy. And now all of a sudden at one thing happened and that expectation is not going to be met. Yes, the emotion anger starts emerging in us. So the bottom line is the more expectations I have, and many of them, when they are not met, I am automatically going to create anger more and more. So, one thing to ask ourselves is, does it even make sense to program ourselves conditionally saying, I will be happy only when this happens? Does that logic even make sense? Why would we ever program our happiness to be so conditional? Why don't we want happiness at every moment? This is a question we all should ask ourselves, because we are living a life with all kinds of logic and inner coding. And that coding is causing us to not experience happiness at every moment. And then we are getting angry. So, the more desires we have, the chances of them not being met increase, and as a result, experiencing disappointment, anger increases. So, the root cause of anger is expectations that I create. And yes, it's possible that, we could say that some of our expectations, come on, can't I even have this much expectation? Yes, indeed. We can have as many expectations as we want, but we are living in a world where many of these expectations are not being met for most people. There's not a single being in this world for whom all the desires get met, whether it is the richest person, the newborn infant, or a poor person, doesn't matter. So, the wise thing to do is reduce the number of desires and work on ourselves to see, what should I do? What is that inner work I should do? What internal changes in my programming should I do so that I can experience happiness every time? If I'm going to put conditions to my happiness, and whenever those conditions are not met, guess what? We are going to create anger. So that kind of brings on to the next thing, which is, who is the creator of anger? Who creates it? Maybe majority of us are well aware that indeed it is our own creation, but we need to ask ourselves consciously this question. Suppose there is one individual in my life around whom I tend to get irritated or angry very easily. I need to ask myself this question. Do I blame and hold this person responsible for my anger? Or do I take the responsibility of creating anger? Many times we don't consciously acknowledge that I am the creator of this uncomfortable emotion, anger. Why am I calling it uncomfortable? Because none of us craves to be angry end of the day, right? We are not like when we are going to sleep, what do we want to experience? Peace, joy, love. We don't invite anger, fear, worry into our before going to sleep, right? We want to actually get rid of these uncomfortable emotions, sometimes even by using some substance to calm our emotions down. So who is the creator of this uncomfortable emotion? How does it get created? Till we hold someone else responsible for this emotion, till then I can never get rid of this emotion. This one simple step, acknowledging that I am the creator, taking full responsibility that I am creating it. I'm not taking the responsibility of somebody else's incorrect behavior. Possible they are not behaving well. Possible they are causing problems in my life. Indeed, that might be all true. But yet, I am using that stimulus to create an uncomfortable emotion. And how do I create it? By saying bunch of things internally in thoughts. Many people feel, I don't yell, I don't get irritated, but there's just this anger inside that actually helps me. I don't say anything outside. It's just internal. And what is that internal anger? It's resentment, where I'm creating these thoughts. Oh my gosh, what a rude person. Doesn't have basic decency. I can't believe anybody can be like this. So these are my thoughts which are getting heavier and heavier. And why? Because I expect people to behave certain way. And in this world, the world we are living in, variety of people exist, especially in America. People from all kinds of countries, cultures, religions are living in this world, and they've all been raised with different belief systems, ideas. And to them, whatever they are doing might not be an incorrect behavior, that might be their norm. And in the way I have been brought up, that is really rude behavior. So now I am using that and creating bunch of commentary, rude, rude, rude. That is bad. They shouldn't be doing this. So they didn't meet my expectations of being respectful towards me. I'm creating anger internally, and it's just a matter of time before that anger starts coming out. Maybe I don't do it in office because there's a professional environment. There are expectations that you need to behave. So yes, that internal anger is all inside. I don't let it out. I act very sophisticated. But guess what? I am carrying that emotion inside. Whatever I have inside will spill outside. It's just a matter of time. And whom does it spill on? The innocent family. Little bit of small thing happens in the house, and all of that anger that I built up inside will come out. And then I will blame it on the family or that person. But no, I am the creator. I need to learn better mechanism, because there are going to be variety of people behaving in different ways, and I have an option on how to deal with it. So really, to kind of summarize today's discussion, the knowledge that we talked about, the root cause of anger is expectation. And our expectation is saying, I can be happy only when this expectation is met. And then when my happiness is blocked, I get angry. I create anger through my thoughts. And those thoughts might remain internal, but eventually they come out through my words and action. Tomorrow, we will talk about damages of anger and various forms of anger, because it's very important to understand this deficiency fully. And then the next few classes will focus on how do we start healing it. All right. With that, I would like to spend the last few minutes in a live meditation commentary. So I will present a beautiful picture on my screen. Um, Hope that gives you some relaxation, but feel free to close your eyes if you would like to. And let's start that meditation now. Let's fly away through our mind to a faraway island, a secluded beach. Everywhere there is white sand. As I walk on it, I feel its softness. The waves of the ocean are rhythmic and creating a beautiful music. The greenery of the trees, a fragrance from some wild flowers, the light of the sun, and a gentle breeze blowing away my hair. Nature at its best. It is in solitude that I can appreciate myself and see the goodness that exists within me. I enjoy being in the nature because it reflects my inner beauty loud and clear. The light of the sun is a reminder of my wisdom, the inner voice. The fragrance of the flower is a reflection of the fragrance of love emanating from my heart for every being. The rhythm of the waves is playing the music of my enthusiasm and passion. The gentle breeze is saying words about my gentle personality, the way I handle every creature. clarity in the sky is shouting out loud that I am honest and transparent. Every ounce of the nature is saying out loud, you are beautiful. I bow down to you, nature, and I wholeheartedly accept that I am beautiful inside out. Thank you, nature. You've helped me realize that everything I was chasing, hunting, looking for is already within me. I had created so many desires, expectations, aspirations. And I had put conditions to my happiness. But no more. You've reminded me happiness is something that I can experience any moment, any place, just by creating elevated positive thoughts. Just like flower is fragrant and colorful, sun is bright and warm, I, the beautiful soul, is full of love, peace, and happiness. And just like nature is non-judgmental and unconditional in giving, wind gives coolness to everyone. Sun shines for everyone. And I, the selfless being, gives peace, love, and happiness to everyone. I am pure, peaceful, and a loving being. Peace is within me. I am naturally peaceful. Thank you, dear God, for making me so beautiful and giving me an elevated life. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow at same time, 7:30, and hope you have a peaceful rest of the night. Thank you.